Is this thing on? Of course it's on. What's going on, Josh? How you
Hey,
doing?
how's it going?
It's on. You can hear me now, right?
I can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Good. Now I'm getting the echo. Where's my echo coming from? Oh, now I know I'm hearing the echo. There we go. So what's going on, man?
Not much. So I'm scrolling through chat.
And now I don't hear you.
Oh, you can't
My
hear me now?
headsets are not working. It's
You can
always
hear me
something with
twice
the
or not
show.
at all.
It's always something. Now I can't hear a thing. So let me check my settings to make sure my settings are working properly. No, I
Well,
could hear. Oh, I know what it is.
you don't
Bam.
listen to me anyway, so there's no need to unmute me.
The funny thing is, I was hearing the recording, as it
Oh,
was going, so that's why I was hearing an echo. I was like, "Why is there an
oh,
echo?"
got it.
So, all right, back to the discussion on hand. We got a lot to talk about. There is some breaking news. Did you get to read the book,
Um,
Edge of
I just
Spider
Spider-Verse
Verse?
3 now.
No. So there is minor spoiler.
Okay.
Okay, minor. And when I say minor, it doesn't really mean much, right? Um, so it turns out, for those of you who don't want to know, you could, cover your ears or something or hit mute. Um, they revealed the name. They revealed his full name, and it's now starting to build a spec off a previous Dan Slott book, which is common. That actually does happen, right?
Right.
So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But before we do that, let's say what's up to the guys in the chat. As always, Las Cruces made it first, got it in there, all the way from New Mexico. Welcome to the show. We got Larry Green Machine. What's going on? And of course, I have to make my comment. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, it's going to hurt me. So you got to hit the thumbs up. You got to like and subscribe. We got Jean in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Josh, you know this name.
Which one's that?
Joshua? Is it
Oh,
Yoshua?
Yoshua's here. Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
man?
what's going on?
You made it to the show.
Welcome to the show. You see, now you actually get to see Josh in this show. And of course, we didn't have mic problems this time. We had a headset problem. So there's always a problem in the start of the show. You know what I'm saying? Got Brian LCS. I hope everything's good with you, my man. I heard he had a good show this Father's Day weekend. So he went to a show and picked up some good stuff. He also had an Empire Comics mystery box. We opened an Empire Comics mystery box that we're not at liberty to share with you the contents of the box just yet. But I will tell you, it's a good box. What do you think, Josh? It was a very, very good box. All right. So 3 good nerds. Howdy. How's it going? All right. Evil's Comic is in the house. What's going on? Let's see what I'm trying to get to everybody. I can't. Couching and slouching, right? Kicks in the door. He made it. What's going on? All right. Norrin Rad. Yes, Norrin Rad. I hope you make it to the show on Thursday. We're going to have a great show this Thursday. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Comic Journeys in the house. That's right. Get your Kool-Aid ready because the man is here. And Ralph, got to stop joshing, man.
Never. Not in a million years.
That's everybody right now. So in the meantime, while we're here, it's time to share with you guys. Make sure you put on hashtag IzzyverseNYC to enter into tonight's giveaway. So I got a few things to give away tonight, courtesy of the Woods Collectible. All right. Oh, Norton's got the blank cop. Yep. We got a blank cover ready. All right. So we do have a couple of books that we're going to give away. In fact, we have 4 books in total, but there's something else that I'm giving away this evening. If you are a channel member, if you win and you're a channel member. So let me turn off the green screen just for a quick second so you guys can see it, so you don't have to deal with the green screen of it all. All right. So that's a quick check. All right. First things first, you get to find out what is his full name. So we get to find out Spider-Boy's full name. So we got Edge of Spider-Verse. We got the Roberto Ramos cover right there. Let's skip to another book.
That book's not out yet. How did you get that?
It just works that way. Also, another book that's not out just yet. We got imagine if I put this with the green screen, how it would have looked.
Be pretty
Incredible,
cool.
Incredible Hulk #1. We're going to be giving that one away as well today. All right, so there's that. Of course, another first appearance this week. We have Trinity. So Wonder Woman 800. We're going to give you the Trinity cover right there. That's going to be part of the giveaway today. All right, and finally, we're also going to give away. I'm gonna give you a grain of salt with this one. It's slightly a bit damaged though, but I figure it's a free giveaway. Might as well give a free giveaway instead of destroying the book. Am I right?
That's what happened. You found it in the trash.
Yeah, and that is the Ultimate Invasion. Brian Hitch. Look at you get a reflection of us.
Wow.
As you see in the book. That's how this book is.
It's so shiny.
It's so shiny. All right, so it's definitely a Miles Morales Brian Hitch cover. Again, I had this conversation with you before earlier today. I'm not crazy about the way Brian Hitch draws teenagers because it doesn't look like a teenager.
Yeah, now that I thought about it, maybe it's Ultimate Miles.
Ultimate Miles, or grown up Miles, and it is definitely shiny. And if for anyone who's a channel member that does win, being that it's Juneteenth, right? We're celebrating. Is it Observe, right? It's Juneteenth Observe, right? Or today's Juneteenth,
right?
All right. We're also going to give a Funko.
Nice.
Look at that. So this is going to be an Ironheart MK2 Funko. So if you are a channel member and you win today, this is going to be yours. Now you asked the question, how do I become a channel member? Well, it's really simple. If you're watching the stream, you can go ahead and hit that join button. If by some chance, Couching and Slouching, I can see him. He just answered the question for me. What's going on, Couching? All right. So just like Couching and Slouching, if you do not want to be part of the channel membership, and I don't understand why, but I'll let it be. You can leave a donation, a super chat, a super sticker of any type, and it will automatically enter you for today's giveaway. So with that said, Couching and Slouching, you qualify for today's giveaway, the Ironheart. And yeah, I'll send this out as soon as tomorrow with all the comics. So you're gonna win. We're gonna do all the comics, and if you're a channel member or if you do a super chat, you qualify to win this one. So that's what we got going on there. Let's talk about the movies. So let me get my green screen back. That way we could see the nice little Izzy. Let's get back to the Izzyverse here. All right, let's talk a little bit about the movies. You went to the movies this weekend, didn't you?
I did.
You went more than once, didn't you?
I went to the movies twice. It was crazy, man.
That's just so unlike you.
It is.
So, I take it you saw two movies.
I did see two different movies, but one
two different movies. You didn't see the same movie, right? Flo Dameron, it's Izzyverse NYC. Make sure you put Izzyverse NYC. Thank you for putting Izzyverse, but we're gonna put Izzyverse NYC to qualify. That's good. Right now we have 10 entries. So Izzyverse NYC to qualify. So hashtag. So you saw. I take it you saw Enter this Across the Spider-Verse, right?
I saw it again.
You saw it again. It's much better the second time around, isn't it?
It's so good.
You catch all the little things, right? Like now you're actually watching it as opposed to just paying attention, right? But the other movie you saw was The Flash, and that's what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about some Flash here. So this is going to be a spoiler version of Flash, but we'll start it off with no spoiler. What's your immediate response to the movie?
I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was worth the wait. You know, this movie has been delayed a long time. I felt like I got my money's worth, and it was a good movie.
It was 10 years in the making, believe it or not.
Long time.
Yeah. So
it's because they kept going back in time to try to make it better and better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got here Shattered Glass Comics, Tyler. Hashtag no rats. I got some plans with the rats. We definitely got some plans with the rats. So we'll make sure that's there. Cole's Comic Claim, what's going on? How you doing, Cole? All right. So your immediate reactions to it is that you enjoy the movie. What are the things you liked about the movie in general?
Oh, well, top of the list was Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
I liked they had a lot of different actors come in. I'm not going to spoil, but a lot of different, let's say, versions of characters.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dope experience. Certain CGI I liked, others obviously was not so great, but I liked a lot of the CGI. Thought it was great acting all around. The plot mostly made sense for the most part. So I thought it was a well-rounded movie. I thought it was good all around.
Yeah, I agree with you. As a movie, it was good. I think it was a solid movie. I think the common complaint that comes across most from everyone really is the CGI. There's moments in this movie where the CGI is just ugh, right, and it starts right at the beginning too. So right at the beginning of the movie, you're like, ugh, right? But for those of you who haven't seen the movie, how we get to Batman is very simple: baby showers plus a can of tomatoes gives us Batman. Is that the right equation or what?
You forgot the microwave.
The micro the microwave is like reverse fridging or something like that. I don't know what that was. And how big was this microwave for this baby? I'm just saying.
It depends on the baby, and hey, if it's a microwave from a hospital, I'm sure they have a big one too.
Now here's the thing: he also has a burrito that he took out of the microwave. How was he
Yes.
able to heat up the burrito in time to eat the burrito, or he had to prove the burrito
The
cold?
burrito was already there, and he added the baby to it.
Okay, so that takes care of everything.
Yeah.
All right. We got Manny the Hobgoblin Collector in the house. What's going on, Manny? All right. Now let's talk a little bit about now we're going to go into quick spoilers, right? What did you think about all the cameos you saw?
I thought it was awesome. I think my favorite was Nick Cage. It was just so cool to see him acknowledge that was a real thing. It's not just a rumor.
And the spider. Don't forget the spider.
The huge spider. I liked the very. I'm not going to spoil the last Batman at the end. I'll leave that twist. But I love the last Batman at the end. There's one more Batman at the very end. So it was good. It was like someone mentioned in chat. It was pure nostalgia. They got the music right. They brought back the music. It was a great experience.
There was cameos I expected, and there was cameos I truly didn't expect. But there was also missing cameos.
Right.
Like for me, I think it was sad not to see Grant Gustin. I'm just sorry. I'm just saying. Right. I think especially since they did the deed for him, and so they, he shows up in the Crisis. Why not have us again? All these actors that we saw in that one scene, that it wasn't like they called them up and said, "Hey, do you mind coming out?" No, these were recorded scenes. Some of them were CGI. Some of them were taken
they didn't have
from.
A choice.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So why is this Josh GIJoe is grinning? We'll talk about that, CJ. We'll talk about it. All right. We got Steve Hayner in the chat. What's going on? There was no Val. Yep, I agree. There was no Val Kilmer. Another thing that popped up today. I don't know. I sent you the message, but I don't know you had a chance to see it. Who Manny the Hobgoblin is calling Beastmaster Wick. Did you catch that trailer that came up today?
I did not see the trailer. So a fun little behind the scenes. Today is a yearly sale for Diamond, which distributes a lot of comics and toys. So I did a Whatnot show for like 4 hours, and then I realized the sale was on. So I've just been on the computer before I came here, and I've just been ordering crazy amount of stuff. So we're gonna have a lot more stuff. As an aside, we're gonna have a ton of crazy products for cheap.
Yep.
But I have not had any time to watch any trailers.
There was a trailer today, guys. It was the Kraven the Hunter trailer came out today.
Can you play it now?
No, I can't play it. I don't want to. I want to keep my money.
Oh, okay. You're gonna get a copyright strike.
Yeah, you get hit with a copyright strike, so I don't want to do that. So the trailer it definitely dropped today. It came out. Joseph Michael, the Adventurous Joe. It came out today. I saw it about an hour ago. I'm still on the fence of what to think about it because I have no trust in Sony movies. I love their animated stuff. Don't get me wrong. I think their animation stuff is fantastic. However, they have not done well with their movies.
No,
and I'm not.
We have Morbius as a prime example.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like they're going for the harder Hey, look, maybe they just have a really good Craven story that they want to tell. Like somebody came
Well,
up with a great idea. That's kind of the best thing I can
no, I think
accomplish.
they just wanted to cash it. That's my
But
personal
they could
opinion.
do like so many other. Like I would rather see a Doctor Octopus or Kingpin solo.
Now they can't do the Kingpin one because we already have Kingpin, so that'll be
Right.
too confusing. Uh, Doctor Octopus already happened, so you got to use characters that haven't been used. Really, and I don't think for what it's it is gory, dude. Craven's
Oh, really?
he's a beast, man. It's an R-rated movie. This is definitely Craven going Wolverine berserker.
God.
There's some scenes that in that already that they shown. There is a red band trailer, so go check that out. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about how Flash performed. Um, so let me go ahead and take out the box office mojo so we can see that because then we gotta go into our trending comics. So in box office mojo, we could see that the movie came out. It scored domestically $64 million, which for any other movie that's not bad. But for a movie with the price that the Flash has, which I think it's at a $200 million mark, that's not good. So
Yeah.
you have that internationally, it made 74,500,000, which gives us right now the grand total of 138 million with $700,000. Right now, yeah, it's less than Black Adam right now. So I don't know. What
Yeah.
do you think?
I'll tell you a story. I went to see Spider-Man. Like I said, twice for the second time
Mhm.
on Saturday. I guess 2 weeks after it came out. That theater was packed.
But were they all going to see Flash?
When I went to see Flash, it was empty on Father's Day.
Yeah.
So I think Flash is suffering a little bit from movie fatigue. We had Transformers, we had John Wick, we had I'm blanking on these other movies. There's just a lot of movies going on right now, and Flash might be getting the cut. You've got the Ezra Miller situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's sad all around because I think it's a movie that deserves a little bit higher. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I think with Flash, you said it best. The Ezra Miller situation. People know what happened with Ezra Miller. People see what's going on with Ezra Miller. He's not in a good place right now. I think he's in a better place than he was, but let's just be honest. He has a lot. We got 23 Monarch. What's going on? How you doing? Make sure you put that hashtag. So we got at Izzyverse. Let's put that hashtag in there as well to make sure you get that credit for the giveaway. So yeah, so Flash didn't perform well. Another movie that debuted this week was Elementals, and
What is that?
that is the Pix exactly. That is the Pixar movie.
Oh, geez, yeah.
That performed really bad at $29, 20 million, 29 million. And you can see Spider-Man there. You know what's also hurting? Transformers. Look at Transformers number. That's bad.
These are all, in previous years, these are all movies that it would be the summer blockbuster. Now it's just one
Exactly.
of many.
Right. Even and then another movie that came out, the Blackening, came out at $6 million. Now everybody knows that's a horror movie, but it's a black horror movie. That's why
It's a
it's called
spoof.
it's a spoof.
It's like a parody.
Yeah, it's kind of like a scary movie type of approach to it. But that's what's going on with Flash, man. That's crazy. That is nuts.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyway, it's time for some trending comic books. So let's see what's trending this week. Okay, that's what you get when you forget to uncheck the loot button. All right, so we're gonna start off with Key Collector, starting with the first book, Coyotes #1. This book came out back in 2017. This is one of those This is one of those comics that's being adapted. Jordan Peele and Selena Gomez have been attached for a TV series. for
Oh yeah, the
this.
classic collaboration between those two. I'm looking forward to it.
It is very interesting to put those two together, right? But
Yeah.
that's what makes this book on the trending list. It's actually very low price right now. So if you guys want to pick it up, you can probably pick it up for pretty cheap if you want to read the story. All right. Now we got another book here. Actually, the next two books are related to each other. Superman, The Authority, and DC Wildstorm Dream War. Both of these books features crossovers between Superman and the Authority because it has now been made official that the Authority will be in the Superman movie.
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Superman Legacy.
Superman Legacy, they will be part of the movie. So I don't know if they're going to be a big component of the movie, but they will in fact be introduced in the movie. Yep, so that's why these two titles are now on demand because this is like their first meeting, really. So go check out those books. Again, two books that you could probably find for the cheap right now. Mm-hmm. You know, until someone starts paying attention, right? Okay. Another book here. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some Transformers. More importantly, let's talk about the Energon Universe. By now, if you don't know, you have been living under a rock, as we say, right? It has been made official. The Energon Universe is here, and it started with a character known as Jetfire.
Yep.
All right. So that's why the first appearance of Jetfire has some demand right now. There goes Freaky Louie. What's up, Freaky Louie? How you doing? We're gonna be doing a collab pretty soon, me and Freaky Louie. I can't say what it is here, but I'm really excited for it. I'll tell you offline, Josh. But I'm excited about what we're gonna do. All right. So Transformers and Transformers and GIJoe, two books that are, let's be honest, they're not hard to find. If you do a search, you'll find them. Transformers and GIJoe and Transformers is a book that's still low, simply because it had a high print run. I remember when that book came out, it has a very high print run. Yep, we are talking Void Rivals, man. Void Rivals, right? So if anybody read it, if you haven't read it and you want to read it and you don't want to be spoiled, then I give you permission to hit the mute button. But if you don't know, that now's the time to know. Void Rivals introduced us to the return of the Transformers. Or more importantly, the Transformers are now part of Skybound Image. That's what it really was. It wasn't that the story's about Transformers. It is not a Transformers story. It is not a GIJoe story. It's just set in a universe. And now we're calling that universe the Energon Universe.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned print run. So you sent me the link. I said that I think that said Void Rivals #1 had 100,000 print run, which blew my mind because 100,000 comic books for an indie title, even at #1,
it's huge.
It doesn't happen anymore. So that's tremendous. And here's the part you may not realize. You probably don't know, but I know because of what I do. They're getting a second print. It's sold out at the distributor. So I think this is an incredible success.
It's going to go into a third as well, sooner or later.
Oh, of course. I'm sure it's going to go on and on and on. And like you mentioned, Image didn't intend to do a big second print run, but 100,000 copies has been sold to retailers. The book is out there. People are buying it. I think this is a tremendous success for Image Skybound.
And everybody and their mother has the book. However, Joe does not have the book. Joe, we can make it happen. We can make it happen.
Talk to me, Joe. All
right, we can make it happen, Joe. Yeah, exactly. So last week, what was it? Thursday? It was Thursday. So on Thursday, I was invited to a Zoom meeting that also had Robert Kirkman in it. And there was a Zoom meeting that was brought to you by our friends at Midtown Comics. I was invited to the Zoom meeting, and we did talk a lot about Void Rivals. So we did learn a lot about the story. Like the story in itself, like I said, it's not a Transformers story. It's not a GIJoe story. It's just set in a shared universe. A lot of people are referring to it as more like an Enemy Mines type of story, which it really is. So there is stuff like that. The other thing that was very important that they talked about was the amount of time it took them to get the rights. So they spoke to the guys over at Hasbro 3 years ago. So it's been
Right.
3 years since they made this decision. And Robert Kirkman was gun ho about it. He revealed to us that his favorite Transformer is Hot Rod, Rodimus Prime. So be on the lookout for Robert Kirkman, Rodimus Prime in the future. Even though he didn't say that, I'm only making the suggestion that he's probably going to do it because that's his favorite, right? He does mention that we will see more cameos in Void Rivals. So Jetfire was not the only one that's going to show up in the book. We might see other ones. Um, he wants to keep it right now small, so you're not going to see more than, as he puts it, you're not going to see more than 4 to 5 related titles coming up in the future. We're going to start things off with Transformers, Duke, and Cobra Commander. Those are the 3 books that are going to be coming out in the fall or by the winter time. And those are the books that you can see. And everybody's hyped up for Transformers because you got Daniel Warren Johnson who's going to be writing it. He's going to be writing and drawing it. So he's going to be doing double duties. And then you have Joshua Williamson doing the writing with GIJoe titles like Duke and Cobra Commander. He also shared that Larry Hama's GIJoe will be continuing from issue 301 moving forward. And that's going to be a alternative universe. It's not the same universe. So that's an alternate universe. So that's going to be set in a private GIJoe universe. So those are some of the things he revealed regarding Transformers, regarding GIJoe. He did mention a little bit about Walking Dead. We talked a little bit about Invincible, how Invincible is coming back. They have a lot of plans for Invincible. So a lot of good stuff. And of course, The Walking Dead is The Walking Dead. And, his part of the story is over, but he always said that he could always return to it if he ever feels the need to. So he may have more Negan stories, as he said. So that's what I got from that Zoom meeting. Was about an hour long. It was actually really good. They asked a lot of questions. He answered a lot. He wasn't shy about sharing what he wanted to say. There was some Galvatron talk. Yep, he did talk about Galvatron because he does like Galvatron a lot. So we will most likely see some Galvatron. He's very much a movies guy, a Transformers the movie guy. That's what I gathered. That was his jam, just like most of us from that were that age. So he's around that same age as I am. All right. Circumstances. How you doing? Welcome to the show. All right, so let's continue. Another thing happened this past week. The passing of John Romita Sr. And with that, as always, when someone does pass away, some of their books gain interest again. So one of the big ones is Daredevil 16, which happens to be his first Spider-Man piece.
Wow.
Yeah. So this one's getting some demand as well as some other books. Obviously, Spider-Man 50 is going to be a big one. The death of Gwen Stacy. So pretty much all his key books will be there. Another book that's on the spotlight right now is going to be the Authority #1, and we know why already. We already know. There's no need to ask that one. But because the Authority will be popping up in the Superman Legacy movie, that's why this book is back on the list. A book that's on this list that I've seen it plenty of times because I've seen this image. Do you know anything about ISOM?
I've never seen this before.
Yes, I've seen this. Believe it or not, I've seen it. This has to deal with a campaign done by the writer, which is Eric July, and I don't know much of that. All I know is that this book has some demand to it. It's a graphic novel. I don't know if you guys know. Comic Journey. Yeah, so I can't. I don't know. I never read it, so I can't tell you. I've only seen it. It's definitely familiar to me. I've seen this image before, but that's all it is.
Comic Journey is not holding back today.
Oh, Comic Journey never holds back, man. Spider-Punk #2. This features the first appearance of Taskmaster Dalla Dalla. And of course, now there's a spin-off project for Spider-Punk. He was one of the top performers in the Spider-Man movie, and that's why this book is getting some hype right now. Of course, the Transformers hype is strong right now. So Transformers #1, the 1984 issue, is Definitely on demand. $160 currently for high grade. Another book that we've seen before, and it seems to be back, and that's War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas. Really, this has to do with one character in the book. Her name is Luna Snow, and there is rumor that she will be in a series coming up. So that's the big rumor, that she's going to be part of the MCU project. So that's really the only reason why this book has some height to it. All right. Collecting with Dirts. What's up, my homie? How you doing? Okay. Our next book here is Spider-Man 2 #1. This features the first appearance of a different version, an evil version of Miles Morales, who later becomes Ultimatum. So, question. It's been 2 weeks since Spider-Verse, or 3 weeks now? 2 weeks, right? No, it's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since Spider-Verse. Do you think it's Ultimatum? Or do you think it's just a completely different Miles?
No, I mean, he's the Prowler.
Yeah.
And they only have another 2.5 hours to wrap the story up. So I don't
Only.
I think Spot's the villain. I think we can say it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna continue to be Spot. Mm-hmm. I don't see them introducing another concept in the second movie. There's a lot they have to wrap up.
Mm-hmm. All right. New Mutants 87, some Rob Liefeld goodness. We got the first appearance of Cable. That's back on the list because there is speculation that Cable will be part of the Deadpool 3 movie that's currently on hiatus right now, because everything's on hiatus right now with the writer's strike. And now there's a potential actor's strike that could happen. So we'll see how that turns out. If the actor's strike happens, forget it. We have no more TV or movies. It's over. Back to reality TV, man.
Well, we have anime.
Yes. Unless there's some kind of strike. All right. So next book here is Amazing Spider-Man 149. This features the first appearance of the Spider clone, who later becomes Scarlet Spider. So that's really the importance of this book. Obviously, Flashpoint #1 is on this list because, let's face it, the Flash is Flashpoint. Mm-hmm. For the most part, right?
75% Flashpoint.
Yeah, it's 75% Flashpoint. It's just they changed some names, they changed some characters. Bam, Flashpoint. All right. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, Amazing Spider-Man 50 is on the list, as well as Amazing Spider-Man Annual 21. These two books are on the list because of the death of John Romita Sr., so people are getting their stuff.
Hey, let me ask you a question. John in the chat brought up something interesting. Mm-hmm. If the actors are on strike, will they be attending conventions?
Does that
Comic-Con could be real empty?
So it's not like they're acting. Are they acting in a convention? I know some of them do act when they're in a convention, but I don't think it counts.
I don't know.
I don't think it counts because it's a separate thing. They work with an agency about that. With that, so.
We'll see.
Good question. All right, we got Geek Out with Roscoe. Hey, Roscoe, how you doing? No show today. I know they just came out of Heroes Con, so they need a break. So they're not going to have a show today, but we will have some shows. You see Brian LCS is there. All right. Edge the Spider getting issue #2. This features the first appearance of 80 Brock, pilot of the mechanized Venom suit. Okay. Any buzz behind that? Because this is the first time I hear something like that with this.
No, I think it has more to do with Penny. This is, I think, probably her third appearance, Penny Parker.
Okay. All right. And speaking of Penny Parker, Edge of Spider-Verse issue #5 is right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then finally, the 1 in 100 Void Rivals is in this list. Of course, it's in this list. That sneaky Kirkman. You know what I'm saying? Sneaky Kirkman. Let's take a look at where our giveaway tool is at right now. So remember, if you put #Izzyverse, let's make sure we can see it properly, right? Oh, that's not what we want. #Izzyverse. We got 16 entries right now to win. Remember, I'm giving away 4 comic books: Ultimate Invasion, the foil, Wonder Woman 800, the Trinity cover, The Incredible Hulk #1, and Edge of Spider-Verse 3. And if you are a channel member or if you leave something on a super chat or a sticker, then you qualify for Ironheart Funko. If you like Funkos, here's a little Ironheart Funko. I have that. So make sure you put hashtag Izzyverse NYC to qualify. All right, guys. Let's take a look at the top 10. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
This is not the top 10 I wanted, but this is a no sound top 10. So all right. Coyote's number 1, guys. It's in number 8. Remember that cover? The Ken Lashley 1 in 25? This is the Star Wars 34 Phil Noto 125 variant. That's Groot number 1 Peach Momoko variant. 1 in 25 variant. That's cute. Of course, Spider-Verse. Spider-Punk. I said Spider-Verse. All right. The Sickness number 1. That book, man. People have been talking about that book. All right. Transformers and GIJoe. And there's Void Rivals number 1. Okay, over at the cover price, Spider-Man India number 1. All right, there's the first appearance of Jetfire with Transformers 11. Amazing Spider-Man issue 10. This is the first appearance of Spider-Punk. Of course, Ultimate Fallout number 4. Who doesn't know that one? All right, The Sickness number 1. This is the other version. This is the actual version of the book. Void Rivals number 1. The Warren Johnson 1 in 100 variant. That's the Jetfire cover, the spoiler variant. All right. Speaking of spoiler variants, the Roberto Ramos Spider-Man 7 is still on this list, as well as Spider-Man 2099 number 1, first appearance of Miguel O'Hara. Number 2, Coyote's number 1. And the book that is the number 1 book for cover price, She-Hulk number 3. Now let's take a moment and talk a little bit about She-Hulk here. I told you a little bit about what happened with She-Hulk. And welcome to the chat, Daredevil NYC. All right. She-Hulk number 3. This is the Dan Slott version.
Yep.
All right. So, what a lot of people don't know about this book is that it does feature a character who was murdered and then became a ghost. And his name happened to be Bailey Briggs.
Oh, boy.
Now, if you read Edge of Spider-Verse, we already know that Spider-Boy's name is Bailey.
Right.
And I'm a spoiler, guys. Again, minor spoiler. It's not a big deal. I don't think it's going to be a big deal.
Out yet, man.
Well, but people are going crazy for the She-Hulk book as a result now. So, She-Hulk issue 3 came out back in 2004, written by Dan Slott. And now that book, it's a $3 book right now. I don't think it's a $3 book anymore. But you know who's in the house? Who? That's right. So, She-Hulk number 3 features the first appearance of Bailey Briggs, an engineer who was murdered and then became a ghost. Now, if you pay attention and you read Edge of Spider-Verse issue 3, I'm sorry to tell you guys, Bailey's last name is Bailey Briggs. Is that a coincidence?
No, and it's the same writer.
Mm-hmm.
So
he
it's
could
the
have
same
just
thing as Zeb Wells did. He brought back a villain from 400 issues ago from Spider-Man, and so Dan Slott's. There's no way he meant to do this from 20 years ago. It's like,
yeah, it has been 20 years, almost 20 years ago. Yeah, that's true. You're right. So that's the big reveal in the book. Okay. He's a cute looking kid though. Kind of looks like Impulse, but then again, it's Roberto Ramos drawing it. So,
well, is he dead?
In She-Hulk 3, he was murdered.
Okay, interesting. Maybe he was meant to be a spider, and then
I don't know. I don't know,
I
guys.
have that book. I think I'm gonna go check.
I have it. I have it as well. I definitely have the book. I know I have this book. So
excellent.
And I think my book is signed by Dan Slott as well.
Oh, nice.
So we'll see. We'll find out, guys. All right. There's your information in regards to the books. I just want to let everybody know we got a few things going on this week. This Thursday is the Sketchy Show. We're going to be doing the Femme Fatales. I'm currently doing a poll. And in this, if you haven't checked out the poll, go ahead and check out the poll. We're going to be doing, I'm going to be drawing somebody. I'm not sure exactly who it's going to be, but we're going to do that this Thursday.
Who made this banner?
I did.
You drew all these characters?
No. I didn't draw it. This is a Frank Cho drawing.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, or is it? No, it's not Frank Cho. It's I think it's either Cho or Adam Hughes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but I made the design. I put the words and stuff. So it's gonna be a really, really good show this Thursday. We got some great guests showing up. We're gonna be doing the Femme Fatales. So, a lot of good stuff, a lot of fun stuff there. So that's gonna be this Thursday. Also on the weekend, Josh and myself, we're gonna be heading out to the Garden State Comic Fest over at Morristown, New Jersey. If you have a chance to go to Morristown, New Jersey, tell them Izzy sent you. And if you see us and you tell me Excelsior, I might have a little something for you. I'll be doing some tabling in the show. So I'll be doing sketches for people. I'll have some giveaways and stuff like that. So if you know anybody that is in the New Jersey area, Morristown's actually a great town. Go check it out. We're gonna be there. AR, welcome to the show, man. All right, we're gonna have a great time there as well. So go check that out. Also, let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, let's leave it at that for now. We'll leave it like that for now. We'll take that off for a minute. It is now time for us to talk about the books that are on its way. So it's time for This Week in the Pull List. All right, Josh. Marvel's going light this week.
Yeah, I guess some titles ended and they haven't restarted yet.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and kick things off with Ultimate Invasion #1. This is the kickoff of the new Marvel crossover. I know a lot of people are sick and tired of Marvel crossovers, but there's a little interest in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, show that foil again because
it's so shiny.
It's a great cover. There's some
shiny foil.
I think you got the negative space cover for this one as well.
Yeah, there's a negative space cover. Sorry guys, I'm not giving that one away. But it's cover price, so you could definitely get it.
Yeah, well, if you get the foil for cover price, your retailer is doing you a favor. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think but that's the hot cover of the week for sure. So it's Hickman, it's Hitch, it's leading into something else this year. So I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's the start. It's the return of the Ultimate Universe. So they're supposed to be here to stay. So we'll see what happens there. Incredible Hulk #1. We have a new series here. It's Philip Kennedy Johnson. It's going to tell the story, and as it says, the Age of Monsters begins. So I'm looking forward to that one. I can't wait to read my copy. I do have several copies of it because there's some really cool covers. There's a great Gleason cover that came out as well. That's really hot. You want to go check that one out. Also new this week, Scarlet Witch Annual #1. That's coming out this week. And of course, as I mentioned to you, Edge of Spider-Verse issue #3. Not only does it feature Spider-Boy, it also features the first appearance of Spider Smasher. Now, I will say this much. I don't think this is considered an origin story for Spider-Boy. It really isn't. There's things that he mentions, but I don't consider this an origin. So we still don't know much about Spider-Boy, so I'll say that much. All right, moving on. Venom 21. Tell me a little bit about Venom 21. I know you mentioned some stuff about that.
Yeah, so this character on the cover, I haven't read it yet, but it seems like this is a different, maybe not the different symbiote, but it's a different version of the character. So people have been chasing this book. It seems so important.
Yeah. The interior artist, Roscoe, for it's going to be Nick Klein. That's the name of the artist, Nick Klein. So, X-Force 41, another book that's hot this week, very hot. You might want to pick this one up. Is Miles Morales Spider-Man 7. Now, Miles Morales, a lot of people enjoy this already. Out of all the Spider titles, this is probably on the top of everyone's list. Something special happens in this book. Talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so if you remember during Civil War, Peter Parker got a new suit from Tony Stark. Tony
Stark.
I'm keeping it. His new name is now Tony Stark for
Tony
me.
Stark, not Stank.
I don't feel good, Mr. Stark. So he gave Peter a new suit that became known as the Iron Spider. So similar situation happens here. So you get to see on the last panel a new suit for Miles. So definitely pick this one up.
Yeah, pick this one up. This is definitely going to be a key.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is not Tony Nark.
Tony Nark.
All right, we have Avengers issue number 2 also coming out this week. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy issue 3. I've been loving Guardians of the Galaxy, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's been a fun book. Groot is gone through something. I forgot what they were calling him. Man, it's escaping my memory. Groot Fall. So it's definitely a good story. Hallows Eve is another one that's a really good story I've been intrigued by. Betsy Braddock, Captain Britain issue number 5, New Mutants Lethal Legion number 4. I haven't been reading those, so I can't tell you much about that. The Cult of Carnage, Misery number 2, Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, Hellcat number 4, and Danny Keach, Ghost Rider number 2. Those books are coming out from Marvel, as well as I Am Iron Man 4, Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 35, and Star Wars The Mandalorian Season 2, issue number 1. How many covers do we have of that book?
Many. A lot of retailer covers as well.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's one of those books that's a cover buy, right? That's all it is. Mandalorian's a cover buy. It's not going to really give us, but it is a key, right?
It's a key. It's one of these keys that for me, I wouldn't pay extra for this book as a collector. I don't really care about the first appearance of a character that's already appeared in something else if it's not an original story. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is an adaptation. We all know the plot. Having said that, there are a lot of people who will collect this. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, those are your Marvel books. Let's take a look at what we got in DC. DC has 12 titles scheduled for it, starting with the big one, Wonder Woman 800. This is the end of this series because we're going to relaunch it with a number 1. But they're gonna keep counting, guys. You know the deal. So they're sticking to that legacy tradition as well now, which personally I like that. I actually like that. It makes it easier for me to collect. I'm just saying. All right.
Yeah, no, at least they're ending it on a nice even number. Mm-hmm. Amazing Spider-Man renumbered at issue 802. So we're forever one off from having the 100 be, 1,000 or 900. So
Beckerman's in the house. What's going on, Beckerman? How you doing? All right. Also, this is also a key. Am I right by saying that?
Wonder Woman 800. Yes, it features the first appearance of a new character called Trinity, who is the daughter of Wonder Woman.
Yes, but who's her daddy is my question.
I mean, that's always the thing, right? Motherhood is always 100% certain. Fatherhood never is.
Yes, we have to get a paternity test to determine who's the daddy. Is it Batman or Superman? Because if her name is Trinity, there's something up there. I'm just saying.
I don't. Based on I did read through her story. It's not either of those two.
But there is a nice confrontation between a Superman and a Batman with Trinity.
Correct.
Yes. And I say a Superman and a Batman. I didn't say the Superman or Batman. So little teaser there. Nightwing 105. Another book that if you haven't been reading Superman, why haven't you been reading Superman?
It's
you know
really
what I mean?
Good.
It is so good, man.
It's still issue 5. You still have time to get 1 through 4. Mm-hmm. If you haven't, you can get the trade. It'll come out quickly.
Sooner or later.
Definitely, this is one of the top stories going on right now.
Absolutely. Another book that's been really good, Batman, Superman, World's Finest, issue 16. Mark Waid just knows how to write these guys. He really does. Okay. Titans issue number 2 is also out. Catwoman 56. Cyborg 2. Superboy, The Man of Tomorrow, issue 3. I noticed something today when I was reading the title for Superboy. It's called Superboy, Man of Tomorrow.
Well, you wouldn't call it the Boy of Tomorrow, right? That makes it sound
Like he
Like-
doesn't age?
Not only that, he's no longer a boy
So why would we call him Superboy?
because Superman is taken.
It doesn't mean they used it twice.
Okay,
So
but
why
how
can't we
long
have
wa-
multiple Superman? In fact, we did have multiple, and he was called Superman at one time.
This is all true. Having said that, for how long were the Teen Titans no longer teenagers but still called the Teen Titans?
Because some people don't want to let go.
Same thing with Superboy.
You know, I'm still a teen at heart in my sense. You know, my
Okay,
brain keeps
alright.
telling me I'm 18, but my body keeps telling me I'm 65.
So would you have named this book The Boy of Tomorrow?
Sure, why not? Just for the hell of it.
Okay, all right. I respect it.
All right. And don't forget, give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see. As you can see right there. All right. Batgirls 19, the final issue of Black Adam number 12 is out this week. Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker and the Vigil issue number 2, all out this week for DC. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our Image titles. There's 12 titles over in Image, and they are Tales of Zizpence. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, let's go with that. I don't have anything better.
That's coy, isn't it? What a trick to come up and we're not going to call it Tales of Suspense. Let's call it Tales of Zizpence. But a book that people are interested in, it's one of those horror books, and that's the Bone Orchid Mythos, Tenement number 1 that's out this week. Saga 65, everybody loves their Saga. And King Spawn issue 23, all of those are back this week. Also, Rogue Sun issue 13, I Hate Fairyland issue 6, Time Before Time 24, Kaya number 9, Dead Romans 4, Terror War 3, Arcade Kings 12, and The Walking Dead Deluxe issue 65. Now, you were telling me a little bit about Arcade Kings. Tell me a little bit about that book.
Yeah, so the art style for this book is basically the same as what you see on the cover. It's very fast paced, high octane. It reminds me of Beautiful Joe, if anyone played that video game. So it's definitely a trip. It's also oversized. I think the retail, the cover price was $8, but you're gonna get, I think, up to 48 pages of story. So
we have some questions from the chat. We want to be able to answer. Is Vigil good?
I love Vigil. Out of the 3 of those titles that DC launched between Spirit World, Vigil, and City Boy, Vigil's my favorite. It features great writing from Ram V, he's everywhere now. He's I guess rising within the comic world.
Mm-hmm.
The art style is really solid. Features a bunch of new characters. It's very much along the lines of like a Suicide Squad set in a different part of the country or different part of the world, actually. So I definitely recommend it.
Another question comes from CJ. Are people still reading Saga?
Well, Saga's almost over. I don't think people are picking up Saga from issue 65.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you've been reading Saga, you might as well finish it out. But, the trades are still selling very well.
All right. And Beckerman's asking the question, did they put the TV title on Luchasaurus? That is a question I could answer, and the answer is yes, they did. He is now the new TNT champion. So he won it on Saturday during Collision. So we got our wrestling news here for you guys as well. So there you have it.
Yeah.
All right. Now this week, the indies have been very light. All right, so it's a very light week for indies, but you do have some titles from CEX. Dynamite, who had no titles last week, now has 4 titles. Antarctic Press has the typical 4 titles that they normally do around this time. And Boom Studios has 3, Mad Cave has 1, and Dark Horse has a lonely 1. So let's go ahead and quickly look at those titles there. Starting with CEX, they have 2 new titles coming out this week. The first one is called The First 3, issue number 1. There's another book called Joseph, right? 1957, issue number 1. That is also coming out from CEX. 7 Years in Darkness, number 2, and Sereno, number 3. Now, did you get any of these books, Josh?
None of these books came out this week. This list.
I'm sorry, I lost you for a second.
Yeah. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't think any of these books actually came out this week. I think there's little bit of a delay on all of these.
There might be a delay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on. All right. Over at Dynamite, new book Victory #1, and DC's Disney Villains Scar issue #3, Sweetie Candy, Vigilante 6, Deja Thorns #4. Over at Antarctic Press, you have Fantasy Comics Gallery #1, Horror Comics 24, Exciting Comics 35, and a book that's always getting delayed is War 3 Raid in Tokyo. I've been seeing this book always delayed, like constantly, but maybe it'll come out this week. All right, over in Boom Studios, that is not Something's Killing the Children. I forgot to change it. It's Wild's End #1. So it always catches me, man. I hate when that happens. All right, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 109, the Vampire Slayer issue #15. All right, in Mad Cave Studios, you got Hunt, Kill, Repeat issue #4, Monomyth issue #2, and Dark Horses has All 8 Eyes #3. And over in IDW is a very interesting Godzilla book called Godzilla Here There Be Dragons. All right, I would not read any of these books. And that is fun. You don't have to. But the Godzilla actually has a really cool Ryan Stedman cover that came out this week. So it's actually a good looking book. And I think, IDW is losing a lot of their properties. So the fact that they still have Godzilla, they'll try their best to milk it. DVH likes what he reads in All 8 Eyes. So he likes that book. So talk to me, man. Any good indie books in these that you see there?
Oh, in this row, so not only the covers for the Godzilla book are amazing, the interior they're also extremely well done. If you're heavy into or if you're really into art that has a lot of fine lines in it, just a lot of textures, this is a great book for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you, AR, man. If these books come out, the CEX books, it is. We know where they come from. So, these are a lot of people that are they're new to the business. Look, Freaky, you gotta see that segment. That segment Godzilla is awesome, man. So Freaky Lua, you gotta see it. Trust me when I say that. All right, moving on. We got Ablaze Studios, Ablaze Comics. They have the Mighty Barbarians issue #3, Frank Miller's Pandora's issue 6, Rick and Morty 6, Myth and Legends Quarterly, Dagon #1 over in Zebsco. And AW Upshot got Red Zone #4. Street Fighter 6 #4 is out this week. Aftershock Comics with Chicken Devil #4. And over in American Mythology, you have Right Project #1. And we got Blood Moon Comics, the Monsters Cleanup Guy. I like the sound of that. That sounds like a very interesting title. Then you have Bad Girl the Ash Can over at Source Point Press. They're coming out. Ahoy Comics has Blacksmith, The Key to His Heart #1. I saw that you had that book. Did you take a look at it?
I didn't get to read that one, no, but it is what is the headline, like vampires and werewolves or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We also have E-Man in the chat now. Tries to heavy say flash of it. It's okay. All right. Over at Red 5, you have We Are Scarlet Twilight. And those are your books for today. All right. Those are the books coming out tomorrow and Wednesday. So there's a lot of good books there, man. I'm really happy for it. It was good. It was fun. You ready to do a giveaway, Josh?
Let's do it. It's 7:30.
Right. It's 7:30. It's about that time. Let's get that giveaway out. We have 22 entries so far for this giveaway. So before we even do it, we got here a few books that we're going to give out. We got an Incredible Hulk #1. Look at that. Remember I told you the see-through cover? Look at let's see through this. Look at, you get a see-through version of it right there. Incredible Hulk.
That looks cool, man.
It does. I love showing it off like this, right? You get the see-through version. All right, so that's there. You're also going to get the foil shiny Ultimate Invasion #1. Also, part of it, Edge of Spider-Verse, the story, partly a story of Spider-Boy. We get to see what he looks like. And you will also get the first appearance of Trinity and a cover of Trinity from Wonder Woman 800. So that's for everybody who qualify. Everyone qualifies as subscribers. If you are a channel member, or if you drop something on the super chats or something like that, or give us a super thanks, you will be included to get a nice, beautiful Funko of Ironheart. So this is the Ironheart MK2. Excuse me. All right there. Look at that beautiful thing. And you can see, no, she does. It is not see-through, and I don't know what's going on down here. So, so there you have it. This is going to be part for channel members or anyone that leaves a super chat. So again, become a channel member. It starts as low as 99 cents, guys. It's not. Why not? It helps out, And we'll buy some comic books on your behalf. So 24 entries. What do you think? You think there's a possibility we could get that one more entry to make it nice 25, that nice number? Who could be that 20?
Just run it.
Josh don't like waiting, guys. He does not like waiting.
Y'all have had an hour.
That is true. Let's run the drawing, guys, and let's see who wins. And the winner is Aggressively Relaxing AR. You have won the prize package. So go ahead, hit me up in IG so that we know that you won. So I can send this stuff to you as soon as possible. The faster you send it to me, the faster I can send it to you guys. So congratulations, Aggressively Relaxing. All right. Josh, where can people find you, man? What's going on in the Woods Collectibles?
Please check out our link tree, The Woods Collectibles, linktree/The Woods Collectibles. That has all the links, has the whatnot, the website, all the socials. If you visit our website, you make a purchase, make sure to use this code that you see on your screen. You're going to get 15% off absolutely everything. New books, old books, trades, hardcovers, whatever you like to collect. And you can also use this QR code. It's going to take you right to the website.
That's right. This is the Woods Collectibles. This is Josh's stuff. If not, you want to go to Whatnot, we give you $15 for Whatnot, right? So you're doing multiple Whatnot shows this week. Am I right, Josh?
We are. I had a day off from work, so I did a super long show during the day. I think if I get all my packages off the table, we're actually going to do another show tonight. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, I think we'll do another night show, and then Wednesday back to our regularly scheduled hour show, 1 to 2 p.m. every single weekday, with some extra shows mixed in at night.
All right, and if you never use Whatnot, we're giving you $15 to use. You don't have to use it for Josh's show, but Josh would like it if you did, and he does giveaways as well, so he has a lot of good giveaways at the show. This weekend, we're going to be at the Garden State Comic Fest over in Morristown, New Jersey. We'll be there for one day only. We're going to be there the 24th on Saturday. However, my good friend Sean Hill and his friends over at Tokyo Bronx will be there for the whole weekend. I just want to do one day, man. I don't want to do much more, but we're going to be there. We'll try to get some books. We'll have some fun. We'll have some giveaways. I'll do some sketches, all that good stuff. And speaking of sketches, the Sketchy Show. I know you guys love the Sketchy Show. I could tell because I get a high view count from the Sketchy Show. We're going to be doing some sketches. I want to see what's going on in the Sketchy Show. So let me go ahead and see what's our poll right now. And if you guys go to the communities tab for my channel, and let's take a look at where we at. We have currently 40. So I'm going to start sharing this with you guys so you can see it. All right. So right now, and let's see if I can get a larger view. Right now, we currently have 40 votes in. 40 votes are in. That's pretty good. And Starfire is currently winning. But if you don't want Starfire to win and you want someone like Wonder Woman or Gamora or Erica Slaughter, yeah, let's give Erica Slaughter some love, man. That's a character I actually do want to draw. I want to draw, but I will be doing sketches. And these are one of the 4 that I will do. So I'm going to do whatever the group tells us. Go ahead in the chat, go to the community page and vote which one you want. So that's gonna happen this Thursday. Which one you want, Josh?
I like Happy Girls.
You like Happy Girl. But this is Femme Fatales, man. So you got to go for Starfire, so she's the happiest of the bunch, right?
She's pretty. Also, I wouldn't call her a femme fatale. She doesn't kill anyone or die.
Nah, you haven't seen the TV show?
That's true. That's very true. So are you guys gonna draw that version?
What was that?
Are you gonna draw that version from the show?
I'm gonna draw whichever version I feel like drawing. How's that?
Sounds
She
good.
wins. If she wins.
If she wins.
If she wins. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Hey, I'm sorry about not believing you about the rats. The rats are here and they're here to stay, guys. We'll get some rats. We'll definitely do the rat shows. And look, Faye Fatales are sexy and dangerous. Norm Rad's going to be in the show on Thursday. So he has his book ready. I have a book ready. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a blast, guys. Until next time, Josh. Woods Collectibles, right?
That's the name of my store. Yes.
That's the name of his store. And you can find me anywhere on the Izzyverse NYC, guys. Go check out Sean82. He's having his show right now as we speak, so you can go jump over there. Also, if you want to go check out some more stuff, I'm going to go hang out with Bit and Apple TV. So if you go check Bit and Apple TV, we're going to talk a little bit about the Morristown show there. So I'm going to try to hop on over there for a few minutes just to say what's up to the guys. Until next time, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the week. Enjoy everything. Enjoy life. Get some comic books, and I'll see you next time. Excelsior. And let's get those channel members' thank yous out now. Da 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 da. Bam!